Hello, I welcome you to today's lesson. My name is Paul William Sofori. Today we have science for basic 6. Please pay attention because this topic is very dear to my heart and I want you to be part of today's lesson. Don't just be part. Acquire knowledge from what you are going to learn. Apply the knowledge. Because if you apply the knowledge, it will not save only you, it will save your community. Sometimes you go outside or you move outside and you see waste, you see rubbish, things that are no more needed, and people have just scattered them, trashed them around like that. It makes our environment dirty. So today we are going to look at how waste that we generate at home, the waste that we generate in school, the waste that is generated in factories, the waste that is generated at the workplaces, all these waste, how to manage this waste, how to minimize it. So today's lesson is about waste. Now let's look at the topic. Ways of minimizing waste. Let me take it again. Ways of minimizing waste. So we are going to look at how to reduce the quantity of waste that we generate. Ways of reducing the waste that we generate. Not our waste, not this waste. We are talking about waste, this one. Yes. Okay, so you don't know what we're saying. You want to tell me that you don't know waste? Okay, so let's look at the keywords. I'll let you know what waste is. The first word here is minimize. Minimize. The next word is reuse. Reuse. And here we have recycle. Recycle. We have here reduce. Reduce. And the next one is unwanted. Unwanted. So these are the keywords. You understand them, don't worry. So waste is unwanted or unusable material that is no longer needed and is thrown away. Waste is generated in our homes, schools, markets, workplaces, communities, and other places. The waste we generate is solid, liquid, and gaseous waste. All these types of waste need to be minimized and managed properly to keep the environment clean. There are some ways these types of waste can be managed or minimized. So when you talk of waste, we are talking about materials that are no longer needed, that are no longer important, and these materials are thrown away. So if something is no more important, something is no more needed, you will not use it again, and you want to throw it away, or you throw it away, that thing is what? Waste. So anytime you hear about waste, we are talking about things that are no longer needed, things that are no longer important. Its primary purpose or its primary use have been served. Do you get it? So anytime you hear about waste, we are talking about things that we don't want, things that we are finished using. We no longer need it again. Do you get it? So that is waste. Okay, now we generate waste at home. So in the house, your mother will prepare food. The cassava, your mother will peel it. The plantain, your mother will peel it. Eggs, the shells of egg and other things. After that, where do you throw these things away? Because you don't need the peels again. You don't need the shells of the eggs again. So what do you do with them? You throw them away. Where do you throw them? On the streets, where? So how to manage this waste is very important, and that is what today we are going to look at it. Imagine you generate waste in your house. The following morning, you throw it, you just litter around. you throw it on the streets. The next person too will throw it on the streets. What do you think will happen to the people in the environment? Our environment will become very dirty, and we can even have disease outbreak. So it is important for us to manage the waste that we generate. As for waste, we will generate waste every day, but it doesn't mean it should be generated anyhow. We should know how to generate and how to manage it, how to manage the waste. So today's lesson is about how to manage waste, how to reduce it, so that the waste that we generate will not have any effects on our health. If it is not well managed, it will have effect on our health. Okay, so let's look at these pictures. So this waste at the markets. At the markets, look at these. All these things that you see here, they are waste. I've told you that waste are materials that are no longer needed. So all these are waste. Let's look at the next one. So this is waste on the streets. On the streets, look at some of the things that we can find. These are also waste. Let's look at the next one. So in our schools, our school compound, look at this place. If your school compound is like this, you have to organize your friend, tidy up the place, keep the place neat. This is waste. It doesn't speak good of you at all. If this is your school, you have to change. And you generate this waste and you litter around. Nobody comes to dump these things there. It's you and your friends who do these things. So you have to change. From today onwards, don't litter around again. At the workplace too, these are some of the waste that is generated. Okay, so we have seen the types of waste generated at different places. So look at them. We have A, B, C, D. Okay, let's continue. So here there is an activity here. Let's move on. Now, what is waste minimization? What is waste minimization? When you talk of waste minimization, what does it mean? To minimize means what? To reduce something. Reduce the quantity of something. To minimize. To reduce the size, the quantity. Okay, so waste minimization. Reducing the quantity of waste that we generate. Okay, so let's look at the definition. What is waste minimization? Waste minimization is the process of reducing the quantity or amount of waste generated. So we need to minimize waste. It means that we need to reduce the quantity, the amount of waste that we generate. If every day we generate a bucket of waste and we want to minimize it, we can minimize it and get half of it. We will reduce the amount of waste that we generate. And there is a way, or there are some ways that we can follow to reduce the waste that we generate. So we are going to look at how to minimize, how to reduce, how to manage waste. Okay, now the first one, some ways of minimizing waste. The first one, by recycling items instead of throwing them away. By recycling items. So this word is important. Let me underline it for you to see this word. Oh, this word here, recycling. Recycling. So the first thing is that by recycling items instead of throwing them away. So if you generate waste, please don't just throw it away. Recycle it. What is the meaning of recycle? So recycling is the process of changing old materials into new products. Listen, you have old materials. You can change it to new material. You have old material. You can change it to new products. Do you understand it? Something is there, you don't need it again. You are finished using it. What you have is waste. Instead of throwing it away, you can use that thing to make a new product. That is what we call recycling. Okay, so recycling is a process of changing old material into new products. Have you seen it? Now, broken plastic chairs, empty plastic bottles, empty cans, pieces of paper, scraps of metal and others are waste, but they can be recycled into new products. Do you know why some people buy metal scraps, broken plastic chairs and tables? They are used as raw materials to produce new products. So your area, I don't know, but my area, some people always come around looking for broken plastic chairs to buy. They take scraps of metals, they buy them. Why do you think that this waste, the broken chair, the broken plastic chair that I don't want again, somebody should pay me and take it? They know what they will get from it. That is why they pay. So the scrap dealers, they come around, they buy the scraps from us. When they go, they use the scrap as a raw material to produce something new. So here we have this chair, plastic chair, broken plastic chair here. Have you seen it? This is the broken plastic chair. This one is a broken plastic chair. Have you seen it? This one can be recycled into another product. This is a material. They will use this as a raw material. They will recycle it. They will process it and get another product from this. They can use it to make a new chair. Have you seen it? This is what we call recycle. Okay, so let's continue. The next one, 2. By reusing the items instead of throwing them away. Reusing refers to putting items into a new use instead of discarding them. Reusing involves finding new use for a material without changing its original form. For example, an empty box can be used again to store books, pencils, and other stationery. An empty paint container can be washed and used again as a flower pot. So look at this. I'm giving you 2 minutes. Identify these objects. Identify the object that was used to make these flower pots. Okay, so you see we have this here. This is gallon, the one that we use to buy petrol, diesel and other things. After using this, you don't need to throw it away. You can use it again. That is what we mean by reuse. The same thing, you use it again. So look at what we have here. This is flowers, or these are flowers. Have you seen the flowers here? In this container or this gallon. So this is what we mean by reuse. Reuse. It's another way of minimizing waste. Now, there was a time I went to buy something. Let me show it to you. I have this thing here. What do you see? This, I went to buy this. It wasn't an empty one. I went to buy shito. And after consuming the shito, I bought the shito, not the container, this one. So after consuming the shito, this, I was not finding use for this. So I said, no, this thing, I have to find different use for it. So I washed it, I kept it. So there was a time I needed a beaker to teach class 4, to teach class 5, to teach class 3. But I said, no, I have a glass jar there. So I went to take it. Now you see, I bought this, shito was inside. After consuming the shito, this was not needed again. I should throw this away. But if I throw this away, it's going to become waste. It will affect some people. This is grass. If it breaks right now, it can harm people. So I was looking at ways of what? Making sure it will not become waste and harm people. So I wash it, and later I got different things to do with it. So now I have this as my glass jar for all my science lessons. Not only this, there are a lot of things that we buy. After using the box, the package, we throw them away. We need to find different use for those things. And that is what we mean by reusing. If you do that, we will minimize the waste that we generate. I hope it is okay, it is clear. Okay, and even this one, I can still use it after my science lesson. I can use it to do different things. I will not throw it away. I have to find use for it. Okay, so let's continue. We have seen recycling, reuse, and then the next one is reduce. Reduce. Now, another way to minimize waste is to reduce the waste that we generate. So let me read. By reducing the amount of waste generated or created, waste can be reduced by buying items or products that use less packaging. Waste can be reduced by using one big shopping bag to shop for different items instead of buying different pieces of items in separate bags. Buying a particular product in bulk instead of buying in pieces also reduces waste. So look at these packages. You go for shopping and you have all these bags. You put something in this, something in this, something in this, something in this. In fact, all the bags here, you fill them with something. After using the things, these bags become waste. You have to discard them, you have to throw them away. But if you use one bag and you put everything inside, the waste that you generate is just one bag. But here, you generate more than one bag. So here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So look at the number of bags here. You need to reduce it. So we can reduce the waste that we generate. And one of the ways is we should use one big shopping bag instead of using different bags to buy things separately. We should just use one and then buy everything into it. If you do that, we will reduce the waste that we generate. Okay, so we have seen 3 things. We have seen 3 things, and I want to write it here for you to see. The first one is recycling. The second one is reuse or reusing. And the third one is reduce. So these are the 3 things that you should know, very important things that you should know about how to reduce waste. And we call them the 3 R's. One, first hour, second hour, third hour. So we call them the 3 hours. Have you seen it? So anytime you hear about the 3 hours, we are talking about recycling, reusing, and then reduce or reducing. So these are some of the things that you can do to minimize waste. So please check these 3 hours. If I ask you to write the 3 hours, I want you to write this: 1, recycling, reusing, then reducing. Do you get it? So if you apply or if you follow any of these, it will minimize the waste that we generate. Okay, these are not the only ways. There are other ways that we can follow to minimize waste, but I want you to know these 3 things. We call them the 3 hours, and they are here, the 3 hours: recycling, reusing, reducing, or reduce. So that is that. Let's continue. Let's continue. The next way to minimize waste is by setting up compost where kitchen and other organic waste can be collected, stored, and allowed to decay. The decayed waste can be used as organic fertilizer or manure by farmers. So if you look at this place, look at the cells of the egg, look at this vegetable, the waste. You don't just throw them away. You can use it to form organic what? Fertilizer. And you use this for your farming activities. You use it as fertilizer. Okay. The next one: old and unwanted materials should be donated to people who need them. Giving old items to people to use instead of throwing them away minimizes waste. So look at this: donation. If you have something that you don't need it, look for people who need it and give it to them. Don't just throw them away. So donate your dresses, your things that you don't need them again. Give it to people, those who need it. But make sure it is in good state. Don't just give it out like that. If it is dirty, wash it. Even if you have to iron and give it to people. If you do that, they will find use for it. They will use it. But if it is dirty and you give it to people, they will not use it. They will also throw it away. And the same waste will be generated. So let's learn how to give our old and unwanted materials to people who need them. The last one here: we should only buy what we need. This will reduce unwanted materials that are discarded. In fact, our mothers, this one, let me tell you one thing about our mothers. You go to their wardrobe. You go to where their rack is. You find so many things. They know that they have 10 shoes. They have 10 slippers. They have 10, but they will still buy. They will buy and keep it. Some people will buy about 10 things and will never even use it. If you do this, we are generating waste. So we should buy the things that we need. Don't just buy anything that you see. Make sure you need it before you buy it. Otherwise, you spend your money on it. You buy, you put it in your room, and it becomes waste. It will be there, you don't use it, and then the thing will get spoiled. You throw it away. That is not the best way. Okay, now there is a project here. The project is to plan, design, and make your own litter bin for use in the classroom, school, and community. So just sit down, make your litter bin, dustbin, for your school, for your house, for your community. Okay, so in summary, waste refers to materials that are no longer needed or materials that are thrown away after they have been used. Waste can be minimized by practicing the 3 hours and others. The 3 hours of waste minimization are reduce, reuse, and recycle. So this is what you should understand. We have exercises here: exercise 1, exercise 2, exercise 3 is also here. We have exercise 4, and then we have home assignments. So this is what you are doing as your exercises and your home assignments. Take your time, watch the video again. If you don't understand anything, go to your teachers, go to your parents, they will help you. This thing, your teachers are teaching in the classroom, so if you go to them, they can also explain things to you. Okay, I hope today you have learned something. Please don't litter around, don't generate waste and throw them around like that. Please, let's try to keep our environment clean. You know, these bus stop boys, in fact, these people have volunteered to tidy up the environment. Please, the dirt, the waste that we generate, let's try to minimize them. Let's try to manage them so that they will not cause any effect. They will not have any effect on our health. If you just discard them, if you throw them away anyhow, anywhere, we are going to suffer. We will fill all our gutters with waste. Anytime it rains, you see flooding will take place, and then the same people who cause the flooding, the same people who cause or put the waste in the gutters, they will come out and shout that our place is flooded, and they will be there begging for money. They will be there asking people to come into their aid. Please, I know some people, they always keep or manage their waste. There are other people too, they don't know how to manage waste at all. After generating the waste, they throw it into gutters. They throw it into places that people are not around. If you do this, we are dirtying our environment, and we don't need to live in a dirty environment. Let's try our possible best to keep our environment clean. That is the best thing that we can do. So if you see somebody throwing rubbish away, tell that person to take it. We need to keep our environment clean. It is your responsibility to ensure that the environment that you live in is clean. It is also my responsibility to ensure that the environment that I live is also clean. So let's start from the classroom. From the classroom, we will come to the house. From the house, we will go to the community. This is what we need to do. And I'll urge you that you and your friends, you come together, you form a group that will ensure that all the time your surrounding, your environment is clean. If you do this, Ghana will be a better place to live. I want to tell you that our books are available. Science, you can get copies. Make sure you get copy. Apart from science, we have Asantechi, Ekrapumchi. They are very good. One thing about the science is that it comes with video lesson. So all the indicators, all the topics, we have video lesson. You can read a test. After that, you watch the video lesson and you understand everything. After doing the two, if you don't understand, you can call the number. You get assistance. Your teachers, your parents are there. My name is Paul Sofori. But remember to go to YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. Our videos are there. After watching, subscribe, share, and like. Bye-bye.